Recently, we keep talking about, traders. I see traders who say they struggle with trading psychology. You lose a trade and you feel like you want to give up. You lose a trade and you are afraid to take the next trade. All of these types of situations that we find in the trading world recently. And I must tell you, the market condition that we have gotten into this time around, where we have a very, very ranging market, where the market is basically seeking liquidity up and down, it's enough reason for anybody to think to themselves and say, "Oh, okay, I want to give up trading." But I want you to understand that this is the easiest life you can have. Trust me, as a trader, this is the easiest life you can have. It can't get any easier than this. I mean, when we think about our ancestors, the people who gave birth to the people who gave birth to us, and the difficult life that they had to endure. They had to endure life without telephone. They had to endure life without proper clothing. They had to endure life without proper health. They had to endure a very, very difficult life. And they still managed to live old enough to give birth to the people that gave birth to us. And you see their children who are born in an era where everything is easy, and you are simply giving up because you feel like this is not working anymore. I mean, come to think about it, like, for instance, if you say you want to give up trade, this is exactly why I cannot pet anyone who says, or, be nice and soft with anyone who says they want to give up trade. If you give it up, what exactly are you giving it up for? But that aside, your life could have been a lot tougher than what it is now. This is 2024. We could have been born in an era where we had to go to war. If we were born in the era of Second World War, if we were born in the era of First World War, the Nigerian Civil War, all of these wars have happened all over the place. We would be in combat by now. We would be in combat. By the time you get to combat, losing a losing trade or a losing streak is not going to be a problem. Your problem right now is going to be your life. Your life is at risk. You could die in the battlefield. You could not get back home to see your family again. So many things could go wrong. But here you are, born in an era where you have everything handed over to you. You have good health. You have internet to watch this. You probably were scrolling on YouTube or scrolling on your phone, and then you landed on this video, and you are somehow afraid to place a trade and to take a trade because you lost a trade. I mean, come to think about it. I've looked at the market conditions right now. The markets are incredibly difficult to trade, and also incredibly difficult to predict. Besides, you're not even trying to predict the market. You're basically trying to take a trade and just observe proceedings and see what the market is doing, and then you follow suit. That's what you're trying to do as a trader. But for some reason, you are afraid to take the next trade because you lost, and then you get into a drawdown. You start switching your strategy. That's like changing your girlfriend because she pissed you off. Who are you going to date that is not going to piss you off? Who's the next girl that is not going to piss you off? Everyone you come in contact with is going to piss you off. I mean, your siblings have a whole day to piss you off. They have an entire lifetime to annoy you, but you haven't. I don't know, you don't unfriend siblings, or you don't break up with siblings anyway. But they are still your siblings. And then you get into a trading strategy. A trading strategy gets you funded. A trading strategy takes you into a winning streak. And then you go through a losing streak or a losing cycle, which is completely a normal distribution of the market. It's completely normal. You go through such a period, and suddenly, for whatever reason, now the market is no longer the market. Now you're afraid of trading. Now you're afraid of placing the next trade. To be honest, I really don't have anything to tell you. If you feel like being encouraged, you can be encouraged. If you feel like you don't want to be encouraged, I don't have any word of encouragement for you. But one thing I can tell you for free is this: if you give up, there will be people like us who have kept going, and who will keep going, and we're going to come out at the end of the other side victorious. And you're going to be looking at us, and you'll be like, "Damn, that could have been me." Oh yes, but it's not you. So the ultimate thing you have to do is just to pick yourself up, whether you like it or not, if you really want to do this. Because trust me, if you give this up, you have a more difficult life waiting for you, because it's going to be obvious you are going to be a loser. It's going to be obvious that you tried and you failed, you tried and you didn't win. That's what it's going to be. You tried, you failed, you tried, you failed. And then guess what? You gave up. And how are you going to tell the story in future? How are you going to tell your children the story of how you gave up? And then your children will be like, but then there were people who made it. There were people who made it. So why aren't you one of them? So if for some reason you are afraid of fighting to become a success, or fighting to become, a top dog or a top person in any industry that you find yourself, or fighting to actually get consistent as a profitable trader, and you feel like giving up, well, you might as well just give up now. I mean, you might as well. If all the effort you put, all the years, maybe months, and all the effort and every single thing you've done was for you to actually get to this point, and give up, why did you put the effort in the first place? If you knew you were going to quit, why did you start it in the first place? Why did you bother? Why bother? Why waste your time? You could have been elsewhere, anywhere else in the world, doing something better with your time, money, and resources. You could have been doing something else. So trading is the most difficult way to make easy money. So if you are really, really willing to give it your best shot, if you're really willing to come out at the end of the other side victorious, you must understand that you are on a path that is extremely difficult, but at the same time, extremely rewarding when you finally get your hands on it. So I really wish you good luck and good trading, whatever you're up to this period, this time around in the markets. I hope it's profitable, and I hope those bull runs and, those trending markets come back again, and probably you stop thinking about giving up. So I wish you all the best. Cheers.